Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Easy Streaming, where I will be letting you know everything you need to know to make streaming easy for you. In this video, we will be talking about cutting the cord. This is mostly going to be aimed at new streamers or people who are just wanting to get rid of cable, but mostly new streamers, because that's typically what everyone is going to these days when they get rid of cable. I just so happen to work for a cable company right now. And I get customers who call in every day saying they are going to finally get rid of cable, cut the cord. And honestly, after I look over their bills with them, I can't say that I blame them. I try my best to help them, lower it as much as possible, and make sure I can get them everything they want, keep their channels. Um, but for some reason, I just don't blame them. I'm unable to get the bill down as low as they want. Honestly, the cost for TV is just way too expensive, and I have no idea why. So everybody wants to cut the cord. So in this video, we're just gonna go over a few things to expect when you attempt to cut the cord. Number one, if you have internet in your home, you will never 100% cut the cord. You may get rid of traditional cable or satellite TV, but you will never 100% cut the cord. The only way to completely cut the cord is if you get rid of cable and internet in your home. And I've only seen a small amount of people who are actually able to do that. So most of the time, when people say they're going to cut the cord, they actually mean they're just going to get rid of their traditional cable TV. They're going to get rid of digital cable. They're going to get rid of satellite cable. And they're going to replace that with the old school antenna for free. And they get free channels. So they're going to get the old school antenna where you put it on your TV or on your wall or on top of your home and get those channels that come over the air for free. Or they're going to start streaming. And with streaming, you do have some free streaming apps, but you do have apps that you have to pay for as well. Also, you have to pay for your internet if you're going to be streaming. So you also have to use a device. You have to use a Roku device, Fire Stick, smart TV, TV boxes. You have to have internet, a device, and the app that you're going to use to stream. So just to recap, the only way you can cut the cord and still watch TV, you have to have an antenna. That way you can get everything for free, whatever that's available to you for free over the air. And the other way is to stream. You need internet, a device to stream on, and you're also going to need the app. Some apps are free, some apps are not free. All right, so let's talk about both of these two choices here. We're going to start with the antenna. So let's say you want to use an antenna. If you do choose to use an antenna, you're only going to get the channels that are available for free over the air. And those are going to be local channels. That's it. Only your local channels. Now, some areas have more local channels than other areas. Over the air, I've seen people get up to 60 channels, up to 60 local channels, and I've seen them get as little as 3 local channels. So it's going to be different for each area. Also, channels like ESPN, BET, Lifetime, Hallmark History, TNT, CNN, Fox News. You're not going to be able to get any of those. Those are not local channels. Those are network channels. They're not local channels. Um, so you won't get any of those. No TNT, no HGTV, none of that. No HBO, no Showtime Cinemax, none of those will be available. No sports channels either. But you will have some sports that comes on your local channel. I think the Super Bowl comes on a local channel. I think, a couple of basketball games, Sunday football games, Saturday football games. You will be able to get sports on your local channels, but you won't have You won't have any of those major network sports channels like ESPN, SEC Network, um, none of those. You're only going to have those local channels with the antenna. But again, you can get up to 60 channels, or you can have as little as 2 or 3 channels. It's going to be different. You just have to check your area and see what's available there for you with the antenna. Also, with the antenna, you're going to have weather to consider. Bad weather equals bad reception for your antenna, for your channels to come in. But again, it's free. You don't even have to pay for internet with it, so it's 100% free. Just have to consider things like that. Now, that's about everything you have to consider with the antenna. So either you can use it or you can't. Either you want to use it or you don't. You're not going to be able to add anything or remove anything or make it any better. So just try it. If you like it, you're good to go. You don't have anything to pay for. Now, let's move on to streaming, which is what most people these days are doing when they say they want to cut the cord. So again, with streaming, you're going to need internet. You're going to need devices. You're going to need those devices on every TV. You're also going to have to use different applications as well. In my opinion, when you're streaming, you shouldn't pay anything any more than $110 at the most. I don't think any home entertainment or television should cost more than $110. That's just my opinion. With streaming, the most important thing is the internet. So you're going to have a good internet speed if you're going to be streaming live TV channels. Now with Netflix, Amazon Prime, or anything that streams movies or TV shows on demand, you really don't need a very fast internet speed. You can probably get away with 20 megabytes per second. But if you are going to be streaming live TV channels, like your local channels, if you're going to stream your local channels, or if you're going to stream HBO, ESPN, Hallmark, Lifetime, Bravo, if you're going to be streaming any of those live channels, you do need a fast internet speed. I wouldn't recommend anything under 200 megabytes per second. So you need at least 200 megabytes per second. Anything lower than that, you may have buffering issues. And the more TVs you try to stream on, the more internet speed you're going to need as well. So with the one TV, you can probably get away with 200, maybe even 100. But once you get up to 4 or 5 televisions, you're probably going to want to you're probably going to want to have at least 800 megabytes per second minimum. All right. So now that you got your internet, the next thing you want to look at is the device you're going to be using. And there are lots of devices to choose from. You have the Fire Sticks, you have the Roku devices, you have your smart TVs, and you also have hundreds of TV boxes that you can choose from as well. If you choose a TV box, don't be cheap or you will regret it. I'm not saying the most expensive boxes are the best ones, but I know for a fact that the cheaper boxes are the worst ones. I have not used a cheap box that worked really well yet. And by cheap, I mean under $50, maybe even under $80. So for a good box, a good TV box, you'll be looking at least $100 from my experience. Now you may be able to find one if you want to try and shop around, but from my experience, any box under $80, $100 is not going to work very well. Now, I also think that the best device to stream on is the Fire Stick 4K. And the reason I think that's the best device is because it has a very smooth and friendly interface, which means that it'll be easy for you to understand since you're new to streaming, and you can customize it, which means you can install whatever app you want. Now, the second most popular one is the Roku device. The Roku device is good. I like that as well. But you're limited to what you can get on it as far as apps. You can install just about anything you want on the Fire Stick, but on the Roku, it's not as easy to do it. You're limited to what you can get, and some of those apps that you can get on the Fire Stick, you are going to want those on the Roku device as well if you want to save money. Which brings me to my next topic here: which app to use? All right. So some apps are free, some apps are not free. Some apps are considered illegal, some apps are not illegal. And by illegal, I mean illegal like speeding, illegal like littering, illegal like jaywalking, if you get my drift. But illegal is illegal. $200 for cable to also be illegal, right? Anyway, with that being said, let's look at some of the free apps first. There are quite a few free apps, and I'm not going to talk about any app in specific in this video, but I will make a separate video going over a lot of different apps later. But just think for a moment about your cable bill. You pay, let's say, $150, $200 for your cable bill, maybe even more. But that $200 cable bill gives you everything in one place. When you cut the cord and you start streaming, you will not get everything in one place. Not if you want to save money. You would have to use different apps to do everything. You have to use one app to watch movies and TV shows. You have to use another app to watch news. You have to use another app to watch sports. Maybe another app to watch local channels. Or you just won't have it. Sometimes you may not be able to find what you're looking for free. You may have to pay for it. You may not be willing to pay for it, so you just have to give that up. When you cut the cord, there's no way to get free local channels for everyone. Some of you may. If you're in some of the major cities, there may be some apps that you can use to get some free local channels. But for people in smaller towns, not in major cities, you're probably not going to be able to get your local channel. You have to recognize that there are lots and lots and lots of local channels. So there's no way you'll be able to get all of those local channels in one spot, especially for free. So you have to look forward to that. More than likely, you're not going to be able to get your local channels for free. Um, and I know for a fact you're not going to be able to get your local channels, your network channels, movies and TV shows, sports, all in one place. And you're not going to be able to get that for free, or even paid, not legally anyway. You're not going to be able to get all of those in one place for free legally. You will have to use quite a few apps. So you'll be trading your inconvenience to save money, if that makes sense. So when you cut the cord, you're going to be trading off your convenience to save money. Now, there are some services known as IPTV services, which are not 100% legal, and sometimes they're not 100% reliable either. But they are very, very cheap compared to traditional cable and even some of the other streaming services. They could be anywhere from $10 to $20 a month, and they will give you everything you want in one place. And I've used one forever now. Leave a comment below if you're interested in getting some more information about that one, the one that I use, and I'll shoot you an email or something to give you some information about that. But there are also some TV services that you can pay for that are 100% legal, and it will give you a lot of channels, including your sports, news, local channels as well. But even then, even the ones you pay for, you still may not get everything you want for the price that you are willing to pay. The whole goal of cutting the cord is to save money, and a lot of these streaming services are having different packages to get different channels, and they also cost additional money as well. So you just have to figure out what's going to work for you, and you just have to stick with it. In the next few days here, I'll be making some videos going over the free apps that you can use. And I'll also go over some of the paid services you can use as well, so you can kind of see how do you get them, how to use them, and kind of see what's included. See if you like it before you get it. Um, and that just about does it for this video. I can't think of anything else I need to go over with you. Just wanted to let you know that really, if you don't take anything else out from this video, just know that when you cut the cord, you're not going to be able to get everything you want in one place most of the time. So just look forward to that. That just about does it. This brings you one step closer to becoming a streaming expert. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also check out some of my other videos as well for more useful tips and tricks to streaming. Until next time, happy streaming.